Thanks for joining us. I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. We begin tonight with El Nino. It's hitting us with impacts you may not realize because we're not getting the rain.
In a News Channel 3 special report, senior reporter John Palmentary joins us live from the waterfront. John, researchers are seeing rising ocean levels and in some areas a crumbling coast.
And you know, we aren't seeing the rainstorms that we thought we would get during the El Nino weather pattern this winter. We are certainly seeing a significant ocean surge on a regular basis, and our coastline is taking a beating. So researchers at UC Santa Barbara are using special technology to tell us in real time what's happening now along our coastline and what could be coming down in the future. Our contact with the ocean can be calming, therapeutic, recreational, and at times explosive. This year, with the El Nino weather pattern,
this is the best place you could possibly be to measure coastal erosion.
Researchers at UC Santa Barbara are tracking what could be a destructive winter on the coast.
It's occurring very rapidly here.
It's not because of heavy rain, but a rising tide and powerful ocean surges.
All these waves are going to be pushing even more water further into the coastline, as well as causing that destructive force. The force of the waves actually hitting the beaches and hitting the sea cliffs is going to act to remove more material.
Look at the technology at the water's edge being used to take precise images with what's called a LiDAR camera rotating in several directions. That stands for light detecting and ranging, something we don't see, but the calculations are sent to UCSB and high above the earth.
I go out week to week and I pretty much get a profile of how much sand is leaving or coming in. It's talking to a bunch of satellites in space. It'll tell me what height and what latitude and longitude.
It's similar to what's used at major crime scenes. Here we see the 3D coastal and erosion changes like never before.
Every 1 to 5 centimeters, there's a data point with that elevation and position. So we can use these scans even through the next century to compare what it was like now and then what it's like at that time.
Already this year, the coastline has come apart.
Oh yes, we've seen some minor failures over off campus on Lagoon Road.
And more sites are barely hanging on.
We're seeing a lot of material removed from the sea cliffs. We've had some failures over on the campus by Lagoon Road. I've seen a lot of boulders and rocks fall out of the cliffs in Isla Vista. We've seen erosion here at Goleta Beach.
Recently, a shocking change occurred on the Moore Mesa Cliffs where rare layered caves were a popular hideaway near Goleta.
Oh, super cool. You can hear the waves, like the percussion of the waves.
Until they fell apart with no warning. We came to the area of the Moore Mesa Cliffs where the popular caves were located and seemingly would last for a long time. Instead, we found the spot where they had come apart and ended up as rocks and boulders down by the beach.
This time I went down there, there was a bunch of rubble standing in a big pile, and the caves were gone. I was mystified. Where did the caves go?
But on this sunny day, landslide or not, hikers went from the cliffs to the beach the same way, presumably thinking it could not happen to them. Would you recommend they do what they're doing right now?
Oh, I don't think they're in any harm. It already collapsed.
Eventually, everything's going to collapse, and the whole beach is going to get washed away.
As for recommendations here, a known crumble zone, the locals say,
when you lay out in the sun, don't lay up against the base because you could get clipped by a rock. A lot of times people get hurt from rocks coming down off the cliff.
For researchers studying earth sciences and the changes in our crust, this is the perfect lab for the newest technology.
This is a place of dynamic change, and so we're really, really interested in what's going to go on here.
And with these images, hopefully we can make plans for parts of the coast most likely to wash away.
Is the property important, or is the beach important, or is the park important? Within 5, 10, 15 years, the cliff's at your doorstep and you don't know what to do. It's incredible to see the sea cliffs in 3D and down to the centimeter, really, and looking at small, very small, minute changes. You know, we're trying to look towards long-term planning solutions, and that may include some coastal retreat.
What's possibly going to come down next? Images and history say it could be Santa Barbara's already shifty shoreline park.
We'll get a landslide over there, potentially within this year.
And the researchers at UC Santa Barbara tell me already they've seen some significant changes that they're documenting now, and some of this information will be extremely valuable in the years ahead. Reporting live along Hendry's Beach this evening, I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3.